Hey guys, Zelonius here. Welcome back to a video I think you're all really going to enjoy. My latest custom tactics that I've been using. I'm playing on a road to glory, so my team is very average right now. I've only got one or two players in here that I would think could maybe last more than a few weeks. And we're in Division 3. At this point of the game, I think that's pretty good. Obviously, there's pros in Div 1, Elite Division. I'm not playing rivals like all day non-stop, but I've played a fair bit. And I think to get to Div 3 at this point with a Road to Glory team is fairly impressive. And I'm going to show you the tactics that helped me get there. I do want to shout out Dave Wiltz. If you're in my streams, you'll probably recognise him, one of the mods in my stream. I've known him for years. Pretty good FIFA player. And he comes up with some cool tactics. Sometimes they're wacky and I'm like, Dave, that just won't work, or I think that's nonsense. And sometimes he cooks and I really like what he does. I was already experimenting with the 4-4-2 and he shared with me some tactics he'd been using that I really liked. I think they were better than what I was using. And I've tweaked them a bit to suit my team, how I want to play. So we're going to go over them. Here's the 4-4-2 that we're going to be using. This formation is back with a bang. I always say this is one of those formations that every year is going to be solid. It's just well balanced, and it's always going to be pretty good. But I think at the start this year, it's one of the best formations in the game, and I think it's just easy to fit players into it. Sadly, some of the formations like 4-2-3-1 I think are a bit hard to fit in because you want to play like fast wingers in the outside cams, but most of them can't play wingers. For this video, what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you the formation, the tactics, go through why I've done the tactics like that, the player roles, and then I'm going to show you 3 or 4 clips at the end just to show you the actual gameplay, the formation in action. People in my stream, in the comments, have said they want to see that. It does take a lot more time, and when the games just come out, I'm putting 2-3 videos out a day, trying to stream every night. It is hard to try, I guess, really spend a long time in these videos, but I want to make... Are you sick to death of getting out teamed on FC24? Want that God squad you've always been dreaming of? Check out iggm.com today, the best and most reliable place to get coins for your ultimate team. Use the link in the description and code ZEL at checkout for a 5% discount. Check out iggm.com today. The best content I can for you, so I'm going to be actually breaking down the formation, so hopefully you enjoy that. If you're new around here, please do consider subscribing. Every single day I'm putting multiple videos out to help you improve. Okay, so this is the tactic. So there's 2 parts to the tactics really, team tactics and player roles. 4-4-2 flat. You could play this with 2 holding like CDMs, but I think it would not be quite as good. Just I don't think you'd lose a bit of attack. I've got balance build up. I've experimented with short and counter. I don't like those as much so far. The defensive approach is 61. You can put it higher and end up getting more offside traps and stuff. But I think for now, I think it's fairly good and this works. It does apply a fair bit of pressure, but doesn't leave you like going crazy aggressive. In terms of the player roles, this is where the formation really comes into its own. So Dave was using 2 stoppers. I don't personally like that and think it leaves gaps, especially against good players. I like ball-playing defenders in principle, but they often leave gaps. The sweeper keeper, I don't think it matters too much. I just put whatever your keeper's main role is. For me, it was Emi Martinez with the sweeper keeper. For my 2 defenders, I'm just going defender, defend. I don't really know too much what balance does in the sense it just seems to be that they can push up a little bit more. I want them on defend. I want them sitting deep. I want them marking runs in behind. Everyone seems to be playing a lot of runs in behind. I've got false back on Alexander Arnold. I'm getting width on the right side already with Lamine Yamal. Someone perfect for this would be that Adama Traore we're going to get at the end of this season. He looks absolutely amazing. He would absolutely cook in this role and be perfect. Ideally, at right mid, you want someone fast, someone good on the ball, someone pretty solid at passing, but able to beat him. And if they do get a chance, they're able to shoot. Defenders, obviously, just want pace, physicality. Solid on the ball's nice, but you just want someone good physical defender at this point in the game. For the false back, someone who can pass, that's pretty nice. I find Trent quite often ends up playing in like the CDM role, centre mid role, and often gets to explore and play a lot of nice passes. Helps the link up in midfield a lot. This roaming playmaker I really like. I think Guadara's probably one of the best in the game right now for it. She's got long ball plus. I think that role, she will float around a bit. So having a false back who tucks into the midfield can help cover her. You do have to be careful that you are able to switch quick to the right back though if you do get caught out, so you can cover the wing. The inside forward here links kind of with the false nine. Sometimes the false nine will run in behind, but what the false nine will do, it will drop, link up that midfield, and the inside forward runs in behind them, makes space in behind, and it works really, really well in game, in my opinion. And then furthermore, to give an overload on that side, overloads are always really good on FIFA games. Rolfo gives you width, overloads them. They've got to mark her because she gets in behind and gives really good cutbacks. And then you've got the inside forward and false nine to think about. But you've still got width on the right side, pulling men over there. And then last but not least, there's two options really, I think, for the other striker. The poacher or the advanced forward. The poacher will just constantly make runs in behind. It will make your build-up slightly worse. I've tried both, and I prefer poacher on Isaac. If you have no plus on either, I would go advanced forward. If you can get a plus on both, I would go poacher. If you have an advanced forward plus, I'd go that though. The advanced forward will give you a little bit more build up. The poacher will make more runs in behind. It depends your style of play, what you want. Obviously, as well this year with the player roles, I did do a video earlier today talking about how important they are and what you should consider with them. Do check that out. I think it will definitely help people out. But what I would say is with the player roles, you do need to not, when you see a tactic, not just copy it perfectly. You need to change and tweak it a little bit to suit your actual players in it. The deep line playmaker defend, it was holding in Dave's version of it, but I've put it to a deep line playmaker because I think holding and deep line playmaker are fairly similar, but Tonali gets a plus in it. Hopefully you can see in principle how the formation looks there. It doesn't look as wacky as that in game, but I'm going to show you some actual clips of it playing in game. Hopefully you like what you see. We're going to go over some gameplay clips now. Appreciate you guys tuning into this tactic video. Let's see what we think of the actual gameplay and seeing the patterns of play and how this formation actually plays in action. Okay, in this clip here, I'm going to show you one of my favourite goals that I've scored in the 4-4-2 so far. So straight away, you can see how the formation's lined up. We've got all our players in this area of the pitch. We've got our flat back four. That's their player. We've got the flat back four. We've got my right back. He still tucks in there. We've got the line across there. We've got our two midfielders who tend to stick quite close together in these roles. And I start to press. I don't win the ball back nicely. And then at this point, you can see my winger starts to get forward. My false nine's a little bit deeper. My deep line playmaker gets involved. Here, watch what I do. I press L1 to trigger a run so you can see a running behind. This is a really nice technique of scoring. It works really well when you've got two strikers because you can trigger the run with one, play the pass into the other and chip it in. Watch what we do. Isak is amazing, by the way. Best player on my team. With a 5-star weak foot, he's really good and he's just got great stats in general. You can see that though. Play it into feet, first time chip through ball, and it works really well. And then Anthony Gordon, you can see there's come inside. You've got Rolfo at the bottom of the screen bombing forward. You've got Yamal giving width there. The 4-4-2 works really well in game. The attacking patterns of play are very hard for people to play against and defend. Okay, so here you can see I've just won the ball back. The 4-4-2 is a very good formation for counter-attacking. One of the things I like about this setup is that if you can't counter-attack and your team get men behind the ball, it still works. The false nine will drop in, the inside forward will go in over behind, make an overload, and then you've got the attacking left wing back. There's ways of breaking people down in this formation when people are sat parking the bus, but it's also very good at counter-attacking. So let's watch this. So here, Yamal gives me the width. I could have gone here. Quite often I will go back to the midfield and rotate around them, look to chip a through ball or something. But here I go into the striker, and even though they're a false nine, they still make these runs in behind. Pajor's got rapid. You can see there, I'm timing it just as she makes the run. A great through ball there. She gets in behind, and there a nice easy finish. The 4-4-2 having two strikers, you're going to get lots of opportunities for these overlaps. The strikers running behind. It's very, very hard for people to defend against and quite OP in my opinion. Okay, for this clip here, I'm going to show you again another counter attack and show you the two strikers, but watch this clip closely. This is one of the most OP ways of scoring on this game. Don't even have to break people down, you can just do this, and it is as good, if not better, than last year's game. Let's have a look. You'll remember it from last year's game, the Trivella. So we've got the two strikers running in. Because Isak's good on the ball and he's got 5-star weak foot, and then you've got the L1 speed boost. I've been using the L1 speed boost a few times already. He's a bit worried about it. It allows me to do this. I cut inside there, and then from there I just hit a green Trivella top corner. I've conceded these against 75 rated Adalba Traore. They're stupid, they're OP. I wish they weren't in the game, but they are. There you go. If you can get a left footer at left striker and a right foot right striker, by the way, these are even better. You're going to have both players being able to do them. Isak's perfect at them though, and he just flies in. The two strikers between them and two wingers cutting in are amazing at this as well. These are OP. Add them to your game. Okay, for this final clip here, I wanted to show you a clip that was not just a counter-attack, more just breaking down an opponent who was in shape, actually doing something to stop. He wasn't parking the bus, but it was a tight game, 2-all in rival, so it wasn't an easy one. Nearly every clip are going to be the two strikers scoring. They are the most important players in this formation. I have got clips of the wingers scoring, but I thought these were pretty good clips to show you. So here, I hate when it does that on this software. So you've got midfield playing around. Patry there quickly moves the ball with long ball. 1-2 there. You can see as soon as I do that pass, I do an L1X to do a 1-2. Trent there, the false back starts to tuck in. And at this point, I could go back. You can see there, Gordon sat inside. The wing backs offering a bit more attacking threat. From there as well, when I do this, I do a 1-2. I'm constantly doing 1-2s trying to break people down. It keeps doing it, this clip. It's annoying. But the thing is, in this position now, when I've done that 1-2, it gets in behind. One of the things, though, about the other players that makes it hard to defend and makes this more of an option is that the winger there is being occupied by the left back. Gordon's occupied there. The left back getting forward occupies them a bit more. So they can only really defend with the two centre-backs. And if you pull one out of position, it's an easy goal. Hopefully you've seen in this video with the tactics, the player roles, how I explained them, some of the actual gameplay clips. It shows you why this formation is so good, what's going to make it stand out. I appreciate you all tuning in. Hopefully this video has been able to help you out. As always, please, please, please keep it spicy. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.